Bishop now joins us doing a long rain delay after what was a rain delay to game one.
Yeah, this is pretty chaotic. We thought yesterday's game was chaotic enough, whereas it was just for a regular baseball game. And today just had to go and kick it up a notch, couple notches, I'd say. But hey, we're getting ready to play baseball.
Yeah, we are here. So we're getting underway momentarily. First pitch just seconds away. We'll get the lineup for post 14. Connor Bailey leading off, playing left field tonight, number 9. Second base is hitting second, and that's Baden Hartman hitting third. The right fielder, number 1, Cam Moore, as Mason Jack gets ready to deliver pitch number 1. As projected start time originally slated for 7 p.m. will now be after 9. That one popped up in just past the edge of the outfield for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, as Connor Bailey goes down on a pop out.
It'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, this weather delay affected both teams equally, so we'll see which side sort of adjusts to it well, who's more affected by it in the end. It's only something we'll see as the game develops.
Now due up, it is Baden Hartman in there, called strike 1 from Mason Jack. There's just virtually no noise here tonight from the Welch Athletic Complex. The 0-1 delivery, high and inside for ball 1.
And of course, it's going to be an interesting time fielding the ball out here with turf not affected the same way as regular dirt and grass, but which is obviously the reason that we're able to play tonight. But it'll still kind of be slippery out there. It's going to be an interesting time for a fielder.
The 1-1 delivery coming from Jack. That one hit on the ground by Hartman through the hole off the glove of the shortstop. And a single for Baden Hartman, as we're down there in the locker room for University of Charleston with post 14, and all the guys were saying keep it on the ground. And Baden Hartman able to do that, get that into the outfield.
Right, you want to try to make these infielders actually field the ball, because like you just mentioned, it's going to be a little tougher out here.
Now due up is Cam Moore, the right fielder, who caught yesterday, or he caught on Wednesday, excuse me. First pitch coming into Cam Moore, that one on the ground again, back to Jack. They're going to try to go for the double play, and they cannot, as the ball out of the glove on the throw from the second baseman to the first baseman. So they get the lead runner here with 2 outs now, but Cam Moore aboard on the fielder's choice.
Well, this is the part of the lineup that's been affected by the absence of Colin Reed. He's not able to be here today, but apparently he's going to be able to come back tomorrow. At least that's what he seemed to be telling his teammates.
Yeah, and that would be huge for post 14 if they're able to make it that far. But the first task, getting past Morgantown post 2 tonight here on TV 10 after dark, as we're playing under the lights here. First pitch coming just a few moments ago, around 9:20. Riley Bubb now due up. First pitch into Bubb, outside for ball 1. We apologize for the fog on our main camera. We're going to use the field cam right now.
Yeah, we're doing our best with what we have.
The 1-0 delivery into Bubb popped up and out of play behind our broadcast location. That hit someone's car. You could hear that, Dylan.
That's exactly what that sounded like.
I hope it wasn't the van. I think I parked far enough away earlier.
Yeah, unless Colin moved it while he was spending the rain delay in the van.
Yeah,
he didn't make it in time to the clubhouse, the locker room. So.
Well, he was lucky there. It was steaming hot in there.
It was. No AC somehow.
Yeah, the 1-1 delivery to Bubb low for ball 2.
You got it. Come on, put it in there.
See what Bubb's able to do out of the cleanup spot.
The 2-1 delivery to Bub. That one grounded to the third baseman. He'll throw to first. That one in time for the out. As a single by Hartman, a lone hit so far, but a fielder's choice coming through. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll return to action after this 60-second break. What?
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Welcome back to Segra Field here at the Welch Athletic Complex as we're now in the bottom of the first inning. After just one hit for post 14, and then Moore gets on a fielder's choice before a 5-3 ground out for Riley Bub. There's no runs, one hit, no errors, not one left on for post 14. We'll head now to the visitors in Morgantown, or the home team in Morgantown post 2 tonight. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 1, Cody 21 Cody Thomas. Batting second, the third baseman, number 13, Aaron Forbes. Batting third, the first baseman, number 22, Tommy Montague. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 3, Drew Bailey. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 2, Jet Walters. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, that is Wahanger. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 18, Caleb Cottle. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 5, Max Cash. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 27, Ethan Dorkins.
Leading off, number 21, Cody Thomas.
Cody Thomas now at the plate. Post 2, shall they make it to tomorrow, they will get the bye and basically will automatically put themselves, well, they're automatically in the regional tournament being the hosts. But it really doesn't matter seeding-wise, as they've already been seeded to the host team. So whether or not the state champion is the state champion, they'll get the West Virginia State Champion slot. First couple pitches from Carson Buber in there for 2 balls. So the 2-0 count, the 2-0 delivery from Buber in there, called strike 1 on Cody Thomas.
Well, I'd say the fact that, you get to the regional tournament no matter what it might change your thinking just ever so slightly.
Ball fouled off down the line, down the third baseline, and foul.
But obviously all these players, there's never a game that they go into saying, well, we really don't care if we win or not. They still want to be state champions, if nothing else. So they're going to have motivation to win this game.
The 2-2 delivery outside for ball 3, so Carson Buber now in a 3-2 count here. The payoff pitch from Buber, that one skied up in the air, in the infield. Bub calling off Stoudemire, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 13, Aaron Forbes.
I think it's going to be big to see if either of these offenses get off to early starts, because that'll show you that the layoff, if it's affected one team or the other differently, then how you're going to be able to recover, because your warm-up coming in this game after the delay is different. So it may take you longer to get warmed up for this one.
First pitch into the third baseman, number 13, Aaron Forbes. First pitch is a ball. Heard a loud noise, but I believe that is a train. That one bounces, so now it's a 2-0 count. Now Buber's behind his first 2 hitters.
Yeah, I think the layoff could affect the pitchers more than anything when you get your routine thrown off.
That one low for ball 3, so a 3-0 count. And I think, we were talking about on the show today and off the air about maybe having Cam Moore catch today, as that's a 4-pitch walk to Aaron Forbes.
That's tough. No,
when you think about it, Dylan, as with Sifford catching, he's catching Carson Buber, who he caught all high school season.
Yeah, you also have to take into account, like once we saw the lineup, it made sense to us when we thought about the fact that if you win today, your game tomorrow is at noon.
Yeah.
So if you want to have, and you would have to have 2 games if you win the first one. So it makes sense to have Sifford catch today and the second one tomorrow.
That one popped up, fouled behind to the third base side by Tommy Montague, the third man in the batting order, playing first base, number 22.
Yeah, and you're at least getting over 24 hours in between games for catching, and he got a day off in between the last one, too, where he got the DH.
So Buber ahead for the first time as he goes in. Montague swings and misses on the 0-1, so now 0-2 is Carson in a great position here.
Yeah, he's battled back.
1 out and a runner on. The 0-2 delivery from Buber. High and outside for ball 1.
And try to get him with that high and outside fastball.
You hope you can keep it on the ground and potentially a double play to get out of this with a lower pitch count. That one grounded right to Hartman.
There you go.
They're going to throw to Stoudemire, and Stoudemire will throw to Ruest for out number 3 on the double play. A great double play. A 4-6-3 double play. We'll head to the top of the second inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into the American Legion State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex on the banks of the Canal River here. And the 9 p.m. hour, a storm earlier around 3:30 forced the delay of Game 1 that was set for 4 p.m. And then a storm here at about, what was that? You'd say probably, 8:10 it started pouring down rain. And here we are at 9:32, the top of the second inning, due up for post 14. The DH tonight, Chase Herndon. In the 5th spot, the 6th hitter, the catcher, Landon Sifford. In the 7th spot, the shortstop, number 6, Braden Stoudemire. And we mentioned Chase Herndon is the DH tonight because Colin Reed had to go home to be in a wedding. So that takes your DH out. And Colin Reed, arguably your best hitter on the team, hitting around .530 this season. But Chase Herndon had a good day yesterday, and he hopes to continue that into tonight. First pitch from Jack is outside for ball 1.
Absolutely. 3 RBIs yesterday from Chase Herndon. A home run shy of the cycle. It was really that triple of his late in the game, 6th inning. That was absolutely huge.
The 1-0 delivery from Jack. In there, called strike 1.
Both pitchers made pretty quick work. Last inning, only 9 pitches in that first one for Mason Jack.
The 1-1 delivery from Jack, that one popped up and hits the screen. As every time it hits the screen, the rain flicks off of it and onto our broadcast location, Dylan.
Right.
Well, iPad's caught a few strays here.
Yeah, we've caught a couple. But we're powering through.
Yep. Nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count. The delivery from Jack. That one couldn't get the grip on the curveball. So it's now 2-2. As the temperature drop throughout the day due to the storms, I would say we're probably in the mid-70s right now.
And it
maybe even lower.
It feels like about 60 compared to what it was.
The 2-2 delivery low for ball 3. It's a full count to Chase Herndon as he's taking some pitches in this at-bat.
Yeah, he's really making Jack work. I mean, already close to just as many pitches in this at-bat as there was last inning.
Yeah, he's up to 13, or 14 will be right now, and that's low for ball 4 as he'll walk Herndon. So Herndon gets on to lead off the second inning for post 14.
Well, let's see what they can do with it.
Landon Siffert due up. He had a great game as well yesterday.
Yeah, he drove in an RBI for himself. And we'll see if he can keep it up.
He's a guy that's going to go play at Frederick Community College, FCC, along with his teammate here, Trevor Bohr. I believe maybe another teammate from post 14. First pitch into him is in there for called, strike 1.
Now batting number 4, Landon Siffert.
Morgantown has a lot of opportunity here to get themselves out of this. But still quick work. I mean, Jack has pitched pretty well so far, even though he's got a couple base runners on base.
That one high for ball 1. Now up to 17 pitches, going for pitch 18 here. The 1-1 delivery, that's slugged into right center field, and that's going to drop. Herndon will go to third, and Trip Tobin, the manager, will stop him at third, and it's a double for Landon Siffert, post 14 in business. No outs here in the top of the second inning.
A little closer at second base than I kind of figured it was going to end up being, but what another great hit by Siffert. He was putting those balls out into right center, the opposite way yesterday as well. I believe that's how he got one of his singles.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here for Braden Stoudemire, and another time to showcase his Shepherd coaches that he wants to pick up the bat yet again, or come back and pick up the bat, as he was a PO only there his freshman year, and he wants to continue to show his coaches that he can hit and play the field.
And he's been a solid bat throughout the summer.
First pitch into Stoudemire is outside for ball 1. Or no, I believe it was called strike.
It's a chance to get ahead really early like you did yesterday.
The 0-1 delivery, low, ball 1.
Now yesterday, that early lead didn't end up meaning a whole lot because Wheeling was able to come back, but it's a new day, it's new pitchers. Let's see how it goes.
The 1-1 delivery. That one popped into right center field. The right fielder camping under it will make the catch. Herndon's going to tag up. Siffert tags up as well. And it's a 1-0 lead on a sacrifice fly RBI for Braden Stoudemire. Siffert moves to third.
That's all they really needed from him. Get yourself an early lead, get that runner home, and you still have only one out, where another fly out can get you a second one.
So a 1-0 lead for post 14. The first baseman, Jackson Ruest, due up. First pitch into Ruest as he bunts down the line and it goes foul.
Well, I like the attempt there, the squeeze. Siffert's got enough speed. He can make it there, and I think he would have if it was fair, because the third baseman is not very far in. He's holding Siffert at third.
Yeah, a 0-1 count now. But Ruiz shown bunt now, so already in an 0-1 situation. Does he keep the bat back?
I'd be kind of surprised to see him try it twice. It was the surprise.
The 0-1 delivery, that one swung on and missed for strike 2 as Ruiz thought he had that one.
Yeah, he really wanted to send that one
to the right field fence.
There
is a big gap between the center fielder and the right fielder. I feel like a bigger gap than right to or center to left to center. That one's outside, as you could probably hear the umpire say, ball's outside, so a 1-2 count now.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bigger outfield out here in general, and you got a lefty up here, so the right fielder might be shaded a little farther over than he might usually be. But yeah, the center fielder is not really shaded over at all. He's dead center.
That one popped up, shallow center field, coming in on as the center fielder. Siffert will tag up. It'll be a close play at home, but he slides in. It's now a 2-0 lead for post 14 on the Ruiz sacrifice fly. Back-to-back sac flies.
Yeah, again, once you get those two guys in scoring position with no outs, that's all you really need to do. It's a nice hit fly ball, and they were able to get it twice.
Now due up, Jordan Canby here as we get to the 9th man in the batting order. Jordan Canby not in the lineup yesterday for post 14, but returns tonight. First pitch into Canby in there, called strike 1.
Yeah, they had things sort of switched around yesterday.
Gave Canby a day off after 2 back-to-back days with great plays out in center field. The 0-1 delivery from Jack. That one popped up sky high into left center field. Center fielder coming in on it. He makes the catch for out number 3. That'll do it here for the top of the second inning, but not before post 14 is able to take a 2-0 lead on back-to-back sac flies. You're tuned in to the West Virginia American Legion State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex here on the campus, I guess close by to the campus of University of Charleston here in the capital city, Charleston, West Virginia. Game originally scheduled for 7 p.m., moved back to 8:15, and then right before first pitch they were announcing the lineups, and then boom, you see lightning, you see dark skies overhead, and then the sky just opened up, Dylan, and we went on about an hour rain delay, an hour and 5 minutes to be exact, as game got going right about 9:19, 9:20, but here we are in the bottom of the second inning, due up for post 2 of Morgantown, the left fielder, number 3, Drew Bailey, the second baseman, number 2, Jet Walters, and the center fielder, number 10, Lance Wanger. First pitch into Bailey is high for ball 1. Carson Buber on the mound for post 14. The 1-0 delivery, that one popped up and out of play past the first base dugout. It's a relatively new multi-purpose facility here in the Welch Athletic Complex. Also houses lacrosse, and soccer. The 1-1 in there for called, strike 2 on the inner half.
So far, it's so good for Buber. Gave up that one walk, but through 17 pitches, looks solid.
That one low for ball 2, evens things up at 2-2. I believe the baseball facility used to be here, the site, but it faced the other way, so we would be in left field if it were the old complex. That one popped up in the infield. Carson Buber comes in to make the catch for out number 1 on the F1.
Now batting number 2.
Yeah, it just didn't get very good contact on that one. It just kind of chipped it up right straight up in the air.
Now due up Jet Walters, the second baseman, number 2 tonight. And, you know, looking at post 2's lineup, everyone for them is here on their 18-man roster, so they're loaded in case needing to get more guys in the game. First pitch from Buber in there for called, strike 1.
Yeah, interesting to see how many of those guys can pitch if it comes down to it.
That one just high for ball 1, 1-1. And I guess they had, because I believe it's 18 when you get to tournament play, but I think you can have, like we saw post 14 guys, I think 21 or 22 max are guys that can be on the roster, but you can only field 18 max can dress. So for post 14, we saw, you know, if you looked at Game Changer, Poltar, I believe, played a little bit. Some of those junior guys were able to be on the roster. That one skips in. But when you look at Morgantown, talking to Trip Tobin, and they saw them play other games because they haven't played until tonight, but they were at their tournament. Both teams were at each other's tournament, I guess I should say. As post 14 was at the Wood Bat tournament, and then post 2 came down to the Martinsburg, or to the post 14 tournament. As our microphone comes loose.
Yeah, it's just kind of dangling there now. That's fun.
But they've cut down to 18, obviously, and they think it's their best 18. And they have them, I believe, all available here tonight. Post 14, unfortunately, does not. That one in there, or high for ball 1. Or, excuse me, ball 3. So a 3-2 count. And for post 14, because we'll get that pitch in there, that's a walk. So another walk, the second one of the evening for Carson Buber. With the way post 14 is playing, and this weekend with some travel tournaments, I guess Caleb Fletcher is not here anymore as he left, as he pitched yesterday and finished. He can't pitch the rest of the tournament, so he ended up leaving. There's only 3 guys on the bench if you include the 10 active players that are playing with the DH. That would be Trevor Bohr, who's full go to pitch, Lane DeWater, who can't pitch, but I talked to him earlier. I don't know how joking this was. We were kind of joking. He said he could come in and pinch hit if necessary. He's still here. And then Jason Myers will be eligible to pitch tomorrow. But that's all they have. They got 13 guys tonight. Colin Reed could come back tomorrow to make it 14.
I mean, last time Lane DeLauder hit, he had a walk-off base hit, right?
Yeah, he can't walk it off tonight because they're the away team, but he still can get in there if they need somebody to hit.
Right, yeah, and of course we kind of expect Trevor Bohr to be the third pitcher tonight after Chase Herndon, if it comes to it, if you need 3 pitchers in the end.
The 1-1 delivery low for ball 2. And
so Buber has been able to get Morgantown to not make very good contact so far, but he does need to keep the ball in the zone, which is a problem yesterday. There was 12 walks between the post 14 pitchers yesterday.
The 2-1 delivery swung on and missed for strike 2. And obviously you want to keep Buber in as long as you can. His pitch count now up to 30, can pitch 105 max is the max total you can pitch. And obviously I don't think you're going to pitch him tomorrow, so you're probably going to go full go. Swinging and missing there is Wanger. So going down on strikes, that's the first strikeout of the evening for Carson Buber.
Right.
So you're probably going to go full rip for Carson Buber.
At least as long as Morgantown isn't seeing the ball really well off of him at any point in the game and you have to pull him. Tomorrow, at the very least, you get Jason Myers and Jackson West back that you can pitch. And you're going to need more pitchers because you're going to have 2 games. Ideally, at least. If you win the first one, you get the chance at the state championship in the second one.
Then if you win the first one, if you win tonight and you win tomorrow in the first game, you're automatically in the state tournament. The regional tournament, as that one fouled off on the first pitch to Coddle.
You at least get yourself that moniker of runner-up, if nothing else.
Yeah, but you will go in the spot of the champion because it's already seeded out.
Yeah.
The 0-1 delivery, that one bounced up the middle. Stoudemire's going to get it. He's going to tag second, and that'll do it for the inning. As we'll head to the top of the third after this 60-second break. You're tuning into the West Virginia American Legion State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back to the Welch Athletic Complex. Top of the third inning here in this Friday night clash on semifinal Friday for Post 14 against Post 2 out of Morgantown. As we head now to the top of the third inning, it'll be back to the top of the lineup. 1, 2, 3 hitters. Bailey, Hartman, Moore for Post 14. Obviously a 2-0 lead, Dylan. You want to continue to add insurance runs.
Right, yeah, you as we mentioned, you don't have your usual number 3 hitter, your guys, hitting for the best average, your RBI leader, but you got everyone else. And there's, Connor Bailey at the top of the lineup here drew 3 walks yesterday and then had a hit added on to it. So he's a great guy to have to try to get some insurance runs added, start things out.
Talk a little bit about that regional tournament. It will begin next Wednesday at Dale Miller Field in Morgantown. Believe it'll be game 3 that if Post 14 makes it, that they will play against the PA champ. That'll be Wednesday around 4 p.m. Connor Bailey due up, the left fielder tonight. First pitch in there for a ball. So a 1-0 count to Connor Bailey, who had him on the show today, along with Chase Herndon, Landon Sifford, and Braden Stoudemire. After the game, you can watch that interview on WRNR TV on YouTube, or if you want to listen in audio form, the Sports Mix, wherever you get your podcasts. Great to catch up with all those players today. The 1-1 delivery low for ball 2.
The Jack is going to have to get back on track here in this inning after the 2 runs in the last one.
2-1 delivery in there, called strike 2, evens things up here at 2-2.
He was able to get through this part of the lineup last time through in the top of the first with, not too much of a struggle. He only let 1 base runner get on. But now this is the second time through that they get to see him.
The 2-2 delivery. That one grounded to the shortstop. He'll throw to first. And he able to ground it over there for out number 1. It seemed to be like a slow roller as it bounced off the turf. But they're able to complete it for out number 1.
That's a really nice pick at first base by Montague. And be able to, so that it would almost worked out better that the throw was shorter than it could have been because it made it a more ideal height for Montague to make that pick.
First pitch coming in here to Baden Hartman from Jack. That one popped or lined down the line, but it'll be foul for strike number 1.
And that left field is a little difficult for us to see if a ball is going to be fair or foul, but as we saw a little bit of that yesterday, but that one couldn't quite stay.
The 0-1 delivery high for ball 1.
And we see a lot of patience up at the plate from these guys at the top of the order. That's why they're at the top of the order. From Bailey, as we mentioned. But Hartman, too, can draw himself a good bit of walks. Cam Moore behind him as well.
The 1-1 delivery, the inside for ball 2.
Couldn't quite get that breaking ball to come back across the plate.
Getting late here in capital city of Charleston, just 5 minutes before 10 p.m. here on Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg, your local talk news and sports leader, TV 10, Comcast Channel 10, and on WRNR TV on YouTube. That one high for ball 3.
Lucky for us, it was late game today. Didn't have to get up too early, so we can stay up late with this game.
3-1 delivery, that back up the middle, and the second baseman, Walter, gets it, but he can't make the throw as he stretches out to grab it before it goes into center field. So an infield single for Baden Hartman.
Hey, he was the one last inning, or the first time through the lineup that got a hit off of Jack in that first inning, so he's able to do it again.
Yeah, Cam Moore due up next as Hartman was out at second on the fielder's choice where Moore was able to reach base. Moore committed to Fairmont State. Will go attend there here in just a month or so.
Yeah, we're
the
getting
Washington grad.
Getting pretty close to that time of school starting back up. Sneaking up on us. Just a couple days away from August.
Yeah, and some guys already going to school. Griffin Horowitz at Army West Point had to go early for some training, so without him for the state tournament, but got to see him do some great stuff this summer. That one popped up and out of play. Could have nearly hit another car, but I think it hit the asphalt.
I was this close to getting it, you know?
Yeah. I believe the UC buses are back there, so I don't think it would hit a car. It would hit a bus.
I guess that's better.
It's their property, not any single person's. Remember that. Plus the top's probably reinforced. The 1-1 delivery. That one hit out into right center field. Going back on it. And that one over the wall, I believe. No, right to the bottom of the fence. And a double for Cam Moore. Baden Hartman goes first to third.
I think it was just over the glove of the center fielder. It seemed like he reached his glove out like he was going to make the play, but then he couldn't quite get there. The way he put his glove up, I thought that was just going to go right in the glove.
Yeah, back-to-back innings now, though. We get post 14 gets a runner on first and then a double.
Yeah, we'll see. They only have one out, so we could see another situation. You get another fly ball, another sac fly, another run. So we'll see what Bub can do.
Jack now up to 40 pitches for Morgantown. Again, Morgantown automatic qualifier as the host to the Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament. First pitch into Bub, low for ball 1. Being around these guys and talking to them a little bit more. Riley Bub his nickname is Rub. Pretty interesting. They said it and I was like, huh? And then I realized R Bub. Take out the B, just put Rub.
You make a spoonerism out of his name. It's a Biley Rub. There you go.
That 1-0 pitch in there low for ball 2. Already a 2-0 lead for post 14. Looking for more insurance runs here with Riley Bub at the plate. Bub, again, a great story. He's a guy that got injured at the middle. That pitch in there for called strike one. Got injured, I believe, broke his ankle the middle of his senior season last year, 2022 at Hedgesville. Came back, but wasn't himself. Didn't get the offers to play in college. Chose to go to WVU for academics, but still liked baseball, so he played club baseball. And then this summer, getting the opportunity to continue baseball, was playing with the Martinsburg Blue Sox, the adult league team in the area. We see a lot of guys that age out of Legion will go play in the summer. During that time, he got an opportunity to go play at Potomac State. So now he will transfer from West Virginia University to Potomac State and continue his baseball career. Great story for him, the 3-1 delivery. That one right, line to the second baseman, and a double play as Cam Moore was playing, or had an extended lead, and that'll end the inning. Post 14, not able to add any more insurance runs. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into the American Legion State Tournament here in the capital city of West Virginia on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes, or one minute.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Here on the campus of the University of Charleston in the capital city, Charleston, West Virginia. And you can kind of see the Capitol Dome there, the State Capitol Dome. If you look up and you're watching on TV 10, next to the right center field light, you can see it glowing out there. We're right on the banks of the Canal River here. 10:01 is the time tonight. We're at the top, or the bottom now, of the third inning. Due up for Morgantown, post 2 is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Cash, Dorkins, and Cody Thomas. Boober so far tonight has had a pretty good outing, 23 pitches in total. He's had 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and he's left a runner on base.
Yeah, those 2 walks, obviously not ideal, but they haven't turned it into anything yet. So when he's kept the ball in the zone, he's been able to strike guys out and turn what contact they have gotten hasn't been too strong.
Yeah, Cash due up here for Morgantown, post 2 as they get to the end of the lineup. High and inside for ball 1. As Boobers now faced so far just 1 over the minimum. Second pitch low for ball 2. So Boober gets behind 0-2 or 2-0.
So that's what happened in the first inning. A leadoff walk. We'll see if he can fight back in the count.
2-0 delivery that popped out, and that's the first hit of the game for post 2. That goes into center field as just past Braden Stoudemire. So a leadoff hit for Max Cash.
And it's the first piece of really good contact they've been able to make so far.
Right fielder due up, number 27, Ethan Dorkins. .36 pitches now for Carson Boober coming into this at-bat. Pitch in there for ball 1-0. The 1-0 delivery catches the zone high for strike 1.
he's still on a good pace so far. Keeps this up, he'll be able to do what they want him to do and keep him from using too many pitchers.
The 1-1, a sneaky bunt. That's going to fall foul.
They let it roll.
For strike 2 as Cam Moore lets it, or excuse me, Landon Siffert lets it roll.
Yeah, they were kind of close to that not working out, but
we
it
saw that
rolled.
the other day.
Yeah, they tried
down
to
the third baseline, further down. Post 14, where it ended up being a fair ball, but it looked like it was on the line.
Nearly a perfect bunt, but now just a foul ball.
Yeah, Buber, a good count here. 1-2 with a runner on as he checks the runner back at first, looking over. The 1-2 delivery, high and inside for ball 2.
Dorkins with a really crouched down stance that affects this, trying to at least affect the strike zone visually for Buber, if nothing else.
2-2 delivery from Buber. That swung on and missed for strikeout number 2. Dorkins goes down swinging back to the top of the lineup here with 1 on and 1 out for Cody Thomas.
Well, the bottom of your lineup at least did what they're supposed to in general, and that's get yourself to the top with a runner on base and less than 2 outs.
Buber continuing to check on the runner Cash at first. First pitch, high and inside, and
it nicked him on the shoulder.
That just gets him for a hit by pitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that was the case until the umpire made the motion that, tapping on the arm. If it nicks the jersey, that's enough to do it.
So now 2 on and 1 out. Sifford goes to talk to his battery mate. And Carson Buber changing up some signs potentially. He saw those guys all season long with the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Now their head coach Aaron Byler tuning in back home as he was down here for the first couple of days, but went back to Martinsburg.
That first runner in scoring position on the day for Morgantown.
First pitch, high into Aaron Forbes, and we know Coach Byler has all the faith in the world in Carson Buber.
Of course, all the time. But, if Buber's going to get out of this jam, he's going to have to keep that ball in the zone, because so far when he has, things have worked out.
Yeah. The 1-0 delivery just inside 2-0 now. That one was close. Sifford tried to frame it.
Yeah, that breaking ball just didn't quite break enough.
2-0 delivery. That one popped up in the infield. Riley Bubb makes the catch for out number 2.
And you needed that because now 2 outs. You don't have that runner on third base. Potentially could have had.
Tommy Montague due up. He ended the first inning hitting into a double play. Don't need one of those now as you get that pop out. So Buber 1 out away from getting out of this inning at around 50 pitches. Outside, ball 1.
Like you said, he can go 105. And at the pace he's at, get yourself a quick out. He's on pace to go 6.
One popped right up in front of our broadcast location. Had to look up because didn't know if it was going to go above.
Yeah, you never know how that thing goes up real high, but
yeah, you got to be ready to catch it if it goes above it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a 1-1 count. The delivery in there, called strike 2.
Yeah, that was just able to get on the corner. Painting the black.
The 1-2 for Buber. That one popped up and out of play.
Just a little behind that one. That fastball. He's going to try to protect the inside part of the plate, choke up on the bat.
The 1-2 again from Buber. Swung on and missed. Buber gets out of the inning and strikes out another man, now up to 3 strikeouts. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to the West Virginia American Legion State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex on the campus of the University of Charleston in the capital city of West Virginia, the banks of the Kanawha River. Spencer, we joined alongside Dylan Bishop. Happy to have you with us. Our cameramen high above the press box here at Segra Field. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio is Nick Verzolini. So get back to action here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 up for post 14. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Herndon, Siffert, and Stoudemire. A combined 1-for-2 night between the 3 of them with an RBI. Siffert with the 1-for-1 night, Stoudemire with the sacrifice fly RBI.
Yeah, we'll see if this part of the lineup can do it again. They were a big key yesterday. They've been a big key today.
Now batting number 8, Chase Herndon.
Herndon at the plate. He walked, came around to score on the first sacrifice fly. See, he led off the 2nd inning.
Yeah, it's been the same pace. I was actually just about to say that, where the top 4 guys in the lineup were the only ones that come up in the 1st and 3rd. Herndon's led off the 2nd and 4th.
Now pitch in there for a strike, brings the count now even at 1-1.
You had Baden Hartman getting a single in both of his at-bats, 1st and the 3rd, so a lot of parallels happening.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. That's hit over to Walters. He's going to throw to first for out number 1.
When he made
4-3 ground out.
When he made contact, he thought maybe it was going to be more of those parallels with Herndon getting another hit, or on base again, I should say.
It appears that there's definitely a good drainage system here, because it doesn't seem like we got a lot of rain in a short period of time in like an hour or 50-minute span.
The turf does not seem too bad at all from here, at least. No.
That one skied into left field. Center fielder coming to his left. That's Wanger. He makes that catch for out number 2, a quick second out on the F8.
You can tell Siffert's really seeing the ball well. Just didn't get the right kind of contact on that one, and just got a little under it more than he would want to. But he's made really strong contact over the last few games.
Now due up. Braden Stoudemire in there, called strike 1 on the pitch from Jack. Jack now, that was his 50th pitch of the night.
Yeah, his pitch count isn't too far off from Buber's comparatively.
One delivery that popped out this short inning sure helps him, but that's going to be trouble. Second baseman Walters comes and makes the catch for a quick top of the 4th inning on the F4. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into the American Legion State Tournament right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex as we continue now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Due up is Drew Bailey, Jet Walters, and Lance Wenger.
3 strong innings from Carson Buber so far. A couple of walks. He's let some guys get on base. He's let them get on base, but he's left them stranded. See if it continues. Like we said, you ideally want to try to get 6 innings out of him if you can, so that you have a lot more pitching for tomorrow in the event of a win. But so far so good.
Yes, it's a little slow here to start things out. Carson Buber trying to get through a good part of this inning. That popped up first pitch. I think that'll fall in for a hit, and it does. So a leadoff single for Drew Bailey. Second hit of the evening for post 2. That blooped right between the first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder in shallow right field.
Well, for them, this is a chance at momentum. Can they finally get something going against Buber? Other than just, 1 base runner, 2 base runners, they've only gotten 1 guy to second base.
Now due up, Jet Walters, who walked his last time up. They throw over to first, but Bailey gets back in time. First pitch low for ball 1.
Starting to get a lot of noise from the Morgantown dugout. They're starting to feel things. They're hoping this is the start of their rally.
The 1-0 delivery just barely misses the zone low for ball 2.
Like you said, Buber, when he's kept the ball in the zone, it hasn't hurt him too much, just a couple hits. But it's been a few walks here and there too.
2-0 delivery in there, called strike 1, makes it 2-1.
We kind of saw that with Lane DeLauder yesterday, where his issue was mainly keeping the ball in the strike zone. He got himself, a good bit of strikeouts. He didn't give up many hits, but 7 walks.
We're going to check the runner at first. He does get back in time. The 2-1 delivery. Outside, ball 3.
And it's a hitter's count now for Walters. See if he can get this 3-1 exactly where he wants it, or if Buber lights up another walk.
A 3-1 from Buber. That one grounded. It's going to be a tough play for Buber. He's going to throw to first. He makes the out at first, but runner from first advances to second.
Yeah, not what you wanted, but if you're Morgantown, you at least look at it and say that it was a productive at-bat. You got the runner over. There's still only 1 out, so you can say that you still have the chance at a base hit. get that run in, cut this lead in half. What have you.
That one popped up, back on the net. For strike one, now it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 delivery, check swing called strike two. Oh, 2 count here with one out. Buber checks the runner back. That one to the backstop. The runner and Bailey advances to third, so 90 feet away from scoring a run.
And that's
big.
The danger of a wild pitch there for sure is that now with one out, some sort of sacrifice, a ground ball, fly ball, whatever you may have, can get that run in.
So 1-2's the count. That one grounded, but foul as it hits off the hitter.
So this is the most adversity Buber's faced so far. Runner on third. The first time they've been able to get a guy over here.
Dylan, I think you got a shout out to give.
I do. We got ourselves a super chat on the YouTube stream over here from Zach Baker.
The 1-2 delivery, Buber strikes him out.
It's my little cousin.
There you go. That's now 2 strikeouts for Lance Winger.
He's a big QJ Peterson fan, so I'm sure you tuned into our interview that we had with him just the other week.
There you go. QJ Peterson playing for the Gutter Cats in the TBT. Believe they won last night. One of the biggest comebacks probably in TBT history. First pitch now into Caleb Cottle. That one catches the zone for strike one. So he makes it to the Louisville Region Championship. Believe set for tomorrow. The 0-1 delivery bounces into the chest protector of Landon Siffert. Great job by Siffert, able to keep it in front of him. He dries it off a little bit.
With how Buber's pitched so far, this is still sort of the ideal situation to have a runner in scoring position on third base, is when you have 2 outs and no one else on any of the other bases.
Yeah, I believe you got somebody starting to get loose in that post-14 bullpen. Swung on and missed. Brings the count now to 1-2. It might be Trevor Bohr, because I think Chase Herndon's still in the dugout, sitting down.
I see Bohr over there in the dugout. There's no. We got the pitching coach just kind of standing over close.
You know
to
what it is? It's somebody on the opposite side. That one fouled off right in front of our broadcast location. Stays by the net. But what I guess I saw was somebody walking to the bathroom on the other side of the net.
Yeah, it's a white. They don't know, a white shirt or white jersey. I see what you're looking at least.
Yeah, caught my eye in a different way before. Nonetheless, it's 1-2 with 2 outs for Buber. The 1-2 delivery, that one popped up back against the screen once again. Carson Buber going into his senior year next season for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, comes back to be the number 1 for Coach Byler and his staff. Kurt Zarnecki, the hitting coach, or the pitching coach, excuse me. That one low for ball 2.
And he still has another pitch to work with if he needs to. 2-2 count. He's got, bases open. Again, it's been walks that have been his main issue. So a walk doesn't hurt you here.
That one high as Cottle's able to keep the bat back, and now it's a count is full at 3-2.
It doesn't hurt you in the sense of letting any runs up on the board, but obviously it lets the inning go on. You're throwing more pitches. He's at 68 now.
Full count delivery outside for ball 4 as that one gets away from Buber. Unfortunately for Buber, he was in there with a 1-2 count. 2 fouls and then 3 straight balls.
Here comes Max Cash, who had the first hit of the game for Morgantown his last time up.
Just remember, the run's 90 feet away from getting within a 1-run ball game.
You were at least able to get that second out before any more trouble. So now there's no sacrifice situation. You have the force at second base now with the runner on first.
That one fouled off to the backstop. That one fouled off once again.
Oh,
I believe that bounced off the light post.
It sure did, yeah.
Back into the field of play.
Lucky it wasn't a little bit higher and hit an actual light.
We've seen that twice, I believe, at Theo Faulkner Park.
About to mention if you didn't. And who knows if one of those was a pitch from Carson Buber. I have to go back and investigate the tape to see if it was or not.
There was one, I think, it was late last post-14 season at P.O. Faulkner Park. But the 0-2 delivery on Cash, swung on and missed, and Buber gets out of the inning with another strikeout as he's now up to 5 strikeouts on the evening. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into the Legion State Tournament from the capital city of West Virginia on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, back in 60 seconds.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Plex Sacra Field. So we're in the top of the 5th inning, due up for post 14. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters as they went down 1, 2, 3 in the 4th inning. It'll be Rest, Canby, and back to the top of the order with Bailey. Pitching still is Jack. He's up to 51 pitches through 4 innings.
Leading off for Berkeley, number 12, Jackson Ruiz.
Ruiz able to get a sacrifice fly to score the second run of the ball game for post 14 with a 2-0 lead here against Morgantown post 2. Morgantown continues in the tournament no matter what. Post 14, it's win or go home for them. First pitch into Ruiz is high and outside for ball 1.
Unfortunately for Ruiz, he doesn't have a runner on third this time up, so another fly ball like he hit last time would just be unproductive, unlike how it was last time.
The 1-0 delivery to Ruiz, that one back up the middle, right to Jack as he'll toss it underhand to Montague at first for out number 1 on the 1-3 ground out.
Yeah, Ruiz wasn't happy with himself there, kind of throwing the helmet down in the dugout, sort of frustrated. Now Canby has a shot to do something.
Yeah, acting in the ninth inning, or ninth batter in the order, I should say. During the high school season this last year, he was the leadoff hitter for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. First pitch just low for ball one. I think that was right, if not, I guess, a notch below the knees.
It was close, but it did seem a little outside.
The 1-0 delivery. That one catches the zone for strike one.
You know, Jack had himself a bit of a troublesome second inning, but outside of that, not too bad so far. He's pitched a light contact.
The 1-1 delivery. That one popped up. And the catcher can't make the catch right in front of the fence in Cash.
It took a weird trajectory. It seemed like it was going to come a little bit closer and then kind of move. I don't think the wind was blowing it, but it definitely, even just the way that I was following it, seemed to kind of backtrack towards home plate at the very last second, which is exactly how Cash there ended up kind of following it.
Nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count with one out for Jordan Canby. That pitch, the breaking pitch, didn't break. High for ball two.
He's at least making Jack work a little bit, which, I mean, in terms of pitch count, hasn't had to do a whole lot of. He's only at 56 pitches with, through 4 1/3 innings.
Yeah. The 2-2 delivery. That one fouled off down the line. Had that stayed fair, that could have been a triple.
Yeah, but that really hooked the other way. Hard to get a triple from left field, but, Jordan Canby has enough speed that, if anyone can do it, he's probably one of the few.
Yeah. At least a double.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-2 from Jack. Inside, just below the knees for ball three.
That's a good take. That is not an easy pitch to take there.
Well, that's the leadoff hitter mentality, taking pitches. The payoff pitch. That one lined into left field will be a single for Jordan Canby. Jordan Canby turns the lineup over with just one out.
There you go, his first time up. He's going to get that sac fly. And now this time around, excuse me, that wasn't him that got that, but then he
flew out to center field.
It just unfortunately ended up being with 2 outs, but this time able to get the contact and get on base. And now he got speed on first.
Maybe you think about going to second here to get another insurance run.
Certainly think about it.
Canby's always has the ability to steal.
He's got a pretty good lead.
He's thinking about it. That one in there for called strike one on Connor Bailey. Did you see that little flinch? He tried to mess up the pitcher if he was looking back. He kind of twitched his left arm back like he was going to go. He ended up staying put because they didn't throw back.
And a little bunt attempt there from Bailey. I don't know if he'll square around again.
The 0-1 delivery. That one to the backstop. Canby to second. He's going to go third.
He's going to get there, too.
He's going to get there. Canby's able to keep a foot on the base. Great job by Forbes, though, to be able to grab that ball, because if not, it's in the outfield and Canby scores. It makes it 3-0.
I don't think there was a whole lot of urgency there from Cash to get that ball. I think he kind of underestimated just how far he had to go to get it.
And it deadened when it got back there.
Yeah,
it didn't bounce.
Yeah, and also the fact that,
we've seen that a lot this week so far. Is when the ball goes to the backstop, you're used to it hitting the backstop and coming back. It's got to travel a long way to get to the backstop.
Yeah, there's a lot of space back here.
In this multi-purpose complex here at the Welch Athletic Complex. The 1-1 delivery. That one popped up in the infield. And he can't make the catch. The second baseman in Walters just has it come off the end of his glove. So Bailey is safe at first, and it's runners on the corners with just one out as Morgantown's coach will come out and talk to him.
Well, it took a long time for Walters to call off Thomas, but then Thomas didn't give his second baseman room to really operate. He stood right next to him. I mean, at the very least, you know, it didn't bounce away to the point where Canby could score, but that should have been a surefire out to have 2 outs.
Yeah, there's a meeting at the mound, and manager Tobin brings his hitters, his base runners over to chat.
So, I mean, at the very least, the runner only getting the first can be not being able to score. For Morgantown, you at least have the chance at a double play if there's a ball on the ground. But you got to keep those outfielders at a pretty solid depth as the try to prevent the third sacrifice fly.
And that an error. An E4 gets Bailey aboard.
It has to be. So now you give Baden Hartman a chance to keep up the hot hitting.
And he's singled in both of his at-bats.
Yep, 2 for 2. Trying to make it 3 for 3. He's seen the ball really well off of Jack so far. And again, Canby has great speed over at third. And also, Bailey has great speed at first. And Hartman has great speed himself. So even a ground ball is not a guaranteed double play.
Yeah. So runners on first and third with 1 out for Baden Hartman. Both runners are running, but Bailey's going to make it into second as the shortstop Thomas comes in and takes the ball because it looked like it may have not gone into the glove of Walters. So now the traditional double play out of order with runners on second and third and 1 out on the 0-1 count to Baden Hartman, who's now got 2 in scoring position to try and double the lead. That one grounded up to the third baseman. They're going to go home for 1 out. And they get the out at home. Runners on first and third now with 2 outs on the fielder's choice.
Well, it was a nice attempt by Canby. He obviously has the speed that we mentioned, but it was just a good play by Forbes and Cash to be able to make the throw, you know, on the fielded play. And nice job by Cash, hold on to the ball and make the tag. But, you know, within that, because of the steal on the sort of, you know, catcher's indifference, if you want to call it, they kind of did the old Little League play of faking the throw down to second base and still catching it in the middle. Connor Bailey's able to be at third base now.
First pitch now into Cam Moore is a strike, so 0-1 the count. Cam Moore doubled in his last plate appearance. He reached in his first on a fielder's choice. Cam Moore looking to place the ball in right center field once again. That's Jack's pitch count now up to 65. Baden Hartman goes to second. He makes it in. So now 2 in scoring position once again.
That was not an easy snag on the hop by Thomas on the throw down. I think it was not as accurate as a throw that time by Cash on the second time around, running that same thing. But now you got 2 runners in the scoring position. Cam Moore had a 2 RBI single in the first inning of yesterday's game.
The 0-1 in there called strike 2.
He has a chance to do the same, but now he's at 2 strikes.
So the 1-2 here, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for post 14, looking to add on to its 2-0 lead. The delivery from Jack, that one outside for ball 2 as the breaking ball Didn't break.
No, I just couldn't quite get it to cut across the outside corner.
The 1-2. That one popped up and out of play. Continuing the at-bat here.
He still has a couple pitches to work with, at least one.
The 1-2. That one into right field, coming around to score is Bailey Hartman, going to score as well. And it's 4-0 post 14. They take a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning on the 2 RBI single from Cam Moore.
And just like yesterday. Now, yesterday it was in the top of the 1st inning, and it was to make it go from a scoreless game to a 2-0 game. But now he's made this a 4-run game, which the way Carson Buber's been pitching so far feels like a lot.
Riley Bubb at bat in the batter's box. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. It's post 14, trying to get to Saturday here at the West Virginia American Legion State Baseball Tournament from Charleston, as Charleston is the host for this one at the Welch Athletic Complex on the campus of the University of Charleston. Next year, the state tournament will be in Martinsburg at P.O. Faulkner Park. I believe that means post 14 will automatically get a bid to the state tournament. I believe Charleston got the automatic bid here to this one, but the first pitch in there to Bubb is a strike. Or now 1-1, so the 1-1 delivery catches the zone for strike 2. Bubb didn't think that was a strike. Saw him shake his head there.
It was close. It kind of fell off the table and broke at the last second.
The 0-2. That one, a great stop by Cash, because that was outside of the other batter's box. Here, Trip Tobin yelled 2-2 to get the scoreboard operator's attention, because it was listed as 1-2 on the scoreboard out in left center field. Cam Moore on first. Post 14 already up 4-0, bringing in 2 this inning. Riley Bubb in the 2-2 count. That one fouled off and hits the light pole, but deadens as it hits the light pole. Doesn't come back into the field.
Oh boy, that is not a big target to hit. They've hit it twice so far. How about that? Each team once.
Top of the 5th inning here with 2 outs. 2-2 count. On Riley Bubb, the Potomac State commit. That one high and inside for ball 3.
So now Cam Moore, who's got some speed out there, is going to be able to run on this one.
The payoff pitch for Jack. That one to the backstop. As there'll be a walk for Riley Bubb. And Colin texted us, and I didn't see it at first, but now I do. He said, it appears the Morgantown pitcher unbuttons his jersey once per run he gives up. He might be buttoning it back up now. Maybe it just came loose. But nonetheless, there's now 2 on as Riley Bubb walks. So runners on first and second for Chase Herndon. That one fouled off to the backstop.
This is a big opportunity for Herndon. Like I say, he had a couple extra base hits yesterday. If he can do it again, they can bust this wide open.
Runners on first and second. And Moore and Bub. That one fouled off to the backstop again.
I mean, it's still not that bad of a performance out on the mound by Jack.
Landon Sifford comes to pick up the ball and waves at us. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not notice.
He was just popping over to say hi. It's an 0-2 count. Mason Jack with 79 pitches. The 0-2 delivery. That one's outside for ball one.
That one just barely didn't catch the edge there. A good eye by Herndon.
Seemed to be a better breaking ball than he has had the last few. It was close.
A lot of movement on that one, yeah.
It was getting close to backdooring into the strike zone, but unfortunately just out of the strike zone. 1-2, 2 outs. That one popped up in the infield. Second baseman Walters makes the catch for out number 3, but not before post 14 is able to add 2 more insurance runs and make it a 4-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th after this 60-second break. You're tuned into the American Legion State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex. Post 14 up 4-0 now after those 2 insurance runs added. Carson Buber back on the mound for another inning of work. Looking at his night so far for the Martinsburg Rising senior. 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 72 pitches, 40 for strikes, 17 batters faced with 1 wild pitch and 1 hit by pitch. But a pretty good night for Buber so far. And you really, if he can escape this inning and not have a tough inning like we saw Morgantown's pitcher have, then it's looking good for setting up the bullpen.
Right, because then at the very least.
Because it looks like maybe it looks like Boer's walking over to the bullpen.
Yeah, he's starting to get warmed up.
Maybe Herndon might be in there as well, but I can't tell. I can't tell. It's hard to tell from over here.
No, I see him in there.
Okay.
But Boer is starting to stretch himself over in the bullpen.
First pitch is a ball into Dorkins. That one grounded down the third baseline into left field. He's going to try to stretch it into a double. He decides to come back.
He got about halfway.
But that goes past Hartman.
Boy, if he had stayed halfway.
Or past Stoudemire, but Hartman's able to grab it.
If he had stayed halfway for just an extra second or two, he would have probably been able to get that second base because the ball rolled by there. But turn back around. Now that's the second inning in a row with a leadoff single for Morgantown. But again, last time they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to get it around to score. But now Buber's at 74 pitches. If this is a long inning.
Chase Herndon now walking back to get stretching as well, I believe.
If this is a long inning, that's when you start to see a little bit of trouble.
That one hit into left field. Bailey going back. He makes the catch for out number 1. A quick first out helping things out for Carson Buber.
There you go. 1 pitch, 1 out to the next batter. That really helps things out. Still only giving up 3 hits.
Aaron Forbes due up. He walked and flew out.
So quickly, Morgantown starting to run out of time. 8 outs to go.
First pitch is high and inside for ball 1.
Obviously, that's an entire one more time through the lineup, pretty much. But 4 runs, with how things have gone so far, feels like a good bit to have to make up.
Yeah. Buber now up to 77 pitches with this one. That one popped high into the night sky. That one up against the wall, nearly, and Bailey able to make the catch for out number 2. Huge second out.
If there was a warning track, Bailey would have been close to it, if not on it.
Yeah.
But just enough air under it that it didn't get out.
Now due up Tommy Montague. He struck out his last time up. The first inning, he grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. First pitch outside for ball 1. Well, runner on and 2 outs here. Bottom 5. That one swung on and missed for strike 1. Buber now approaching 80 pitches.
And if he can
get at least into that 6th inning, it'd be huge.
If he can get this last out here pretty quick, then they're in good shape.
That one low for ball 2. The 2-1 from Buber. That one fouled off to the backstop. Or to the, the third base side of the netting. Evens things up at 2-2. On Montague.
And Montague's got to protect the outside of the plate here.
2-2. 2 outs for Buber. Outside as they'll let the runner go to second on the catcher's indifference.
Not a bad play there if you thought that he wasn't paying much attention to you over there at first.
The payoff pitch for Buber. High and outside for ball 4. Buber not happy with himself on the placement of that pitch.
Yeah, he only needed one more to get himself out of the inning. So now Morgantown's kept themselves alive. Again, after this last out, you only got 6 more to work with. You got 2 guys on. You want to at least try to cut this lead in half in this inning.
First pitch in there, high and outside for ball 1.
At the very least, you can try to make Buber work a little more at the end of this inning so that he can't go as far into the 6th.
The 1-0 delivery, high and inside, and one swing of the bat could change things dramatically in this one, Dylan.
It could. Yeah, this is
you just heard, if you heard it, maybe Tripp yelling out to his outfielders, no doubles defense. Get into no doubles. The 2-0 delivery, that one popped out into center field. Can be under it. He makes the catch for out number 3. Buber ends the inning with 85 pitches, gets out of the jam. We'll head to the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to the American Legion State Tournament live from the capital city here on the banks of the Kanawha River on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Ollie's VIP North Side at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP North Side at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex. As we're heading to the top of the 6th inning, due up for post 14. It'll be 6, 7, 8 batters, Siffert, Stoudemire, and Rue West, as that might just be it for Buber. Believe saw Berkeley post 14 Hornets manager Chip Tobin talking to the home plate umpire and using his 2 fingers to point switching, as in most likely going to switch Herndon out at essentially bang the DH and take out Buber, but the pitcher will end up being Chase Herndon. Most likely not official yet, obviously.
Yeah, you at least make things easier for Herndon if you do it like that. He doesn't have to come in and inherit runners, come in the middle of the inning. He can just go out there with a clean slate in the 6th, and likely, maybe depending on how quick the 6th is, he goes back after the 7th, or you see Trevor Bohr in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you want him to stay under, I believe, that 30 pitch limit. So, or maybe it's 45. He's got to come back. I don't know, but it's going to be close anyway because of the games tomorrow if they're able to make it. But first pitching to Landon Siffert's high and inside for ball 1. You might go 6th Herndon, 7th Bohr, depending on pitch count, just to keep them low for tomorrow if they have to pitch 2 games. Come in and pitch 2 games. First pitch, second pitch high for second ball. It's 2-0. But again, that's all contingent on post 14 holding its 4-0 lead and making it to Saturday. That pitch from Grabo, the new pitcher. It's his 3rd pitch as he's gone 3 straight balls.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad outing from...
No, we kind of figured that was the end of the day, just the way that Jack ended that 5th inning, giving up a total of 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 81 pitches for him. Better for them probably not to do exactly what you said, having their guy to inherit runners potentially. So take him out after 5.
Right, similar situation.
Have a clean slate for your reliever. The 3-1 delivery into Siffert, swung on and missed for strike 2.
So now you're just working, if you're Grabo up on the mound, or that you keep this at 4, because 4, it's kind of a lot, but it's still manageable.
3-2 pitch popped up. Believe it'll go out of play, and it does, and it's the top of the first base dugout. Heard that thump.
Because, I mean, we saw in post 14's game yesterday plenty of, multi-run innings. I think Wheeling scored 3 runs in an inning twice on the Hornets yesterday. And of course, the Hornets started off with the top of the first. They scored 5 runs. So this is still within reach.
Payoff pitch for Grabo. High for ball 4. He walks his first man, Landon Siffert.
I think he kind of slipped on that one, or it didn't really land cleanly, kind of fell over.
Number 6, Braden Stoudemire.
Due up, Braden Stoudemire had the sac fly in the 2nd inning, put the first run up on the board, and then he flew out to the second baseman. His second at bat in the 4th inning. First pitch low for ball 1.
Getting a little bit of a chat between shortstop Thomas and his pitcher. See what it's about. See if it has anything to do with a potential runner going at second, or if it's just talking about what pitch he should throw to Stoudemire.
Pitch low for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Getting behind in this one as well. 2-0 delivery low for ball 3. Sometimes it's just a feeling out process for some pitchers on what's going to work and what's not going to work when they come in to relieve.
Right.
.30 pitch, low for ball 4, a 4th pitch walk for Braden Stoudemire. He reaches base for the first time tonight. Back-to-back walks bring up Jackson Ruest, who had that second sac fly in the second inning to put post 14 up 2-0, and then he grounded 1-3 in the fifth to lead it off.
He has a chance to be productive here no matter what. If he can get himself, whether it just be a ground ball to the right side, another fly ball, probably just to the right side, he can at least advance Siffer to base, if nothing else.
First pitch in the Ruest catches the zone for strike 1, and if he's able to do some damage, that would break this one way open.
Yeah, I think one more run starts to feel.
See, he puts the bunt down, but that goes foul. And he likes that sneaky bunt play. We saw him do that at Hedgesville.
Yeah, he can.
He'll either start with the bunt attempt, or he'll come down and bunt later in the at-bat.
Yeah, he knows how to square around late and still be able to get the bunt down. And that one was pretty close, but it still went foul.
Pitch low for ball 1.
I was sort of saying was that I think one more run is when you start to get a little worried. I think 4 runs between 2 innings. You say, we get 2 runs in the 6th, 2 runs in the 7th, tie it back up. That sounds manageable.
That one popped into left field. Making the catch for out number 1 is Bailey. So Ruest unfortunately not able to do anything there. Not really happy with himself as he walks back in the dugout.
Nah, he's had a tough time for a good portion of this tournament. Pitching on the mound yesterday, hitting today, but obviously that's, sometimes it's any baseball player goes into slumps here and there.
Yeah, Camby trying to get on base. Once again, he singled in his last at-bat. First pitch into him was a called strike 1.
And if he can get himself another one, that could be that 5th run.
Yeah, I think an outfield single
yes.
probably scores Sifford. That one puts Sifford on 3rd and Stoudemire on 2nd, so definitely anything.
Yeah,
sac fly will make it 5-0.
Yeah, bounced right in front of Cash, and he couldn't find it quite soon enough to make sure Sifford couldn't get over there. No throw down.
A 1-1 delivery. Sifford pulls the bat back from a bunt attempt, but it's a strike 1-2. Obviously, will most likely not bunt again. Not sure what the bunt attempt was on a.
Sifford wasn't running home on a squeeze attempt.
Yeah.
But suppose laid down in the right spot, he could have maybe still gotten there. The corner infielders weren't too terribly far in.
The 1-2 low for ball 2. Top of the 6th inning, a 4-0 lead for Berkeley post 14 over Morgantown post 2. Post 14's got to get the victory to advance to Saturday. Morgantown advances and gets the bye no matter what tomorrow. The 2-2 delivery. That one popped up far enough in the outfield, I think. No, it's not. Sifford's going to test him, and Sifford is going to be safe. That one hits the fence right in front of us.
Coming.
Stoudemire's coming. He's going to go back home. Or back to 3rd, excuse me. But it's now 5-0 post 14 on the sacrifice fly.
It didn't really feel like to me that was going to be deep enough. But the cutoff throw was off the mark, so it didn't really matter in the end. It would have been close if he let the ball go by to the catcher or if he made a on-target cutoff. But Sifford might have still gotten in there.
And Bailey now with 2 outs back to the top of the order. First pitch to Bailey's high. And the worst possible thing that could have happened on that last play was that somehow you get a double play out at home, but you don't, as Siffer's able to make it home. That one in there for strike 2 brings count to 1-1. And then that would have ended the inning. Wouldn't have scored a 5th run, and that would have ended the inning. But Bailey looking to keep this one going and drive in a runner. That one grounded the shortstop Thomas. He's going to throw to first. And Montague makes the catch, but they said he's off the bag. He's safe. Stoudemire comes around to score. It's 6-0 post 14.
I didn't notice his foot come off the base, but the first base umpire is a lot closer than I am. Let's see if there's any sort of conferring between the umpires.
Well,
they're talking at least.
Kind of the first base umpire made the motion for the post 2 coach to get back behind the foul or the third base line so the umpires could get together and discuss it. So they could change this call here if somebody saw from a different direction. But I think the only direction would be the home plate umpire. I don't think the guy between second and third is going to see anything.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, like I said, I didn't particularly notice. It was a little bit of a stretch by the first baseman. I mean, it's possible his foot came off, but I didn't notice that it did.
They're calling him out, and that will end the inning. It will remain 5-0 post 14. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned in to American Legion Baseball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Do it for Morgantown Post 2. It's the 5, 6, 7 batters, Walters, Wanger, and Cottle. And Carson Buber coming back out to the mound to try and finish this outing. He finished the 5th inning with 86 pitches, 46 for strikes, facing 22 batters. In 5 innings, giving up just 3 hits, 4 walks while striking out 5. And if he can go another inning for Post 14, that'll definitely help if they can hold this lead and get to tomorrow with guys all being fresh.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that they're maxing out Buber here. You know, we saw some movement in the bullpen last inning. We thought, maybe they were calling it a day for Buber there.
There still is movement as Bohr is still pitching, which if you get into trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just making sure that they're loose.
I think Chase Herndon's going to walk out there as well, and he does. He's walking out there.
Leading off for Morgantown, number 2, Jet
he's picking up a ball, but he's going to go back in there. Jet Walters due up. He walked and then grounded out his last time up. It's a 2 in the bullpen, but Buber still back in. First pitch in there, called strike 1, and if he can keep that up, he'll stay in the ballgame, finish out this inning at least. 87th pitch right there.
I'm going to guess that they're going to try to do that no matter what.
The 0-1, that popped out, and it goes foul. Definitely a long way for Cam Moore to reach, and he doesn't, but it's along the foul or foul out of. It's foul. Trip Tobin coming out to hand a baseball and talk to the umpire.
Yeah, we saw a play like that yesterday by Wheeling where, so much ground to cover out there in right field for Moore, he wasn't quite able to go.
I think that one stayed fair, right?
Fell, yeah, it did. But that one just not quite able to do the same.
Nonetheless, it's a long strike, so it's a 1-1 count. Or, excuse me, 0-2 count. Scoreboard has 0-1, but it's an 0-2 count. High for ball one, now 1-2. The 1-2. High for ball two, makes it 2-2.
Well, again, that's kind of been the only issue for Boober so far, has been some of the walks. That's kind of gotten his pitch count higher than it could be, or else he'd probably be able to go 7.
2-2 foul off, almost into the dugout of post 14. Lane DeLauder was getting up ready to, even though I don't think he would have been able to get it, he was up and ready, acted like there was no fence there. Tried to make the barehanded grab against the fence.
Yeah, you got your coaches sitting there in the opening, so he was safe. But
that one outside brings the count full at 3-2.
It's kind of like how even if you're sitting in a press box or something, you have a ball hit right to you. There's still sometimes you'll flinch at it,
The payoff pitch for Boober, high for ball 4. And Trip Tobin gets up.
He's at a 93 now.
I think he gave up another base runner, and he'll come out to get the hook. But so far, Boober's going to stay in after walking Walters.
I have a feeling they're going to use every single pitch possible for Boober.
And they have a 5-run cushion.
Right, that's exactly why.
So if it was still 2-0, I think maybe you think about going to another pitcher with at least if he gives them another base runner. But even they could get him to 105 here. In there, called strike 1 on Wenger.
But this is Morgantown's chance here. His next probably 11 pitches against a guy who's thrown 94 of them already to do something.
They're going to throw back. He gets back in time, though.
See what you can do against a guy who's a little more tired than who you're going to see here very soon in Herndon or Bohr.
The 0-1 delivery. That one fouled off to the netting. Makes it 0-2. Favorable count for Carson Boober. We might try to see if he can get Wenger swinging here. Try to get maybe out of the zone here to see if he'll try and go after it. The 0-2 delivery from Boober. Outside and low for ball 1. Didn't bite, though.
Again, it's Morgantown's last 6 outs. They are running out of chances to come back in this one.
Bottom 6 here. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Carson Boober strikes him out. That's strikeout number 6 tonight.
Yeah, he's just pitched really well when he's had his control.
Now batting number 18.
The walks that he has given up haven't led to any damage.
Caleb Cottle now due up. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The walk. 1 on and 1 out. In there. Just outside. Ball 1. .1-0 delivery, low for ball 2.
So it's possible this could be his last at bat, the last batter he faces if it goes long enough, but I think maybe he gets one more.
2-0, now 3-0 as that one's low, and he might be running out of gas.
Yeah, that's 99 pitches. Actually, that's his 100th.
The 3-0. And he walks him on 4 pitches, and I think he's going to get the hook here.
Yep, we'll see. It's 101. There's at least guys moving around.
Now batting number 5, Max Cash.
He's not going to pull him yet. Maybe he is.
He's Coach Tobin's taking a couple steps out, but
pinch running number 8,
going back in. So yeah, they're going to use every single pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a 5-run cushion.
Right.
If it was less than 5, I think you think about you get a hard think where you at least come out and talk and at least think it over as you're walking out to the mound. But now due up is Cash. That one back up the middle. Try for the double play. They get it. And that ends the inning. 6 innings of work for Carson Buber on the mound. Post 14 up 5-0 as they head to the top of the 7th inning. We'll be back after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Post 14 action right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Hi, I'm Ron Springer, head golf professional at The Woods. If you're a golfer who loves fun and competition, get your friends together and enter one of the many fundraising tournaments held at The Woods. You and your group may qualify to play in the area's premier golf event, the Tournament of Champions. The winning team will receive individual prizes as well as a cash prize for the organization they represent. For a list of qualifying tournaments, see ads in Around the Panhandle magazine and the Journal. For a list of rules and regulations, visit thewoods.com or contact me, Ron at thewoods.com.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex as we're just about 2 hours into this contest, top of the 7th inning. Due up for post 14, it's the 2-3-4 batters, Hartman, Moore, and Bubb. And the official pitch count for post 14, 99. So do you try to go to distance with Buber, have him come out in the 7th, or do you have him end his night and Trevor Moore or Chase Herndon comes in for the 7th?
It'd be hard to get him 3 more outs in those 6 pitches.
I mean, at least come out and get an out.
Yeah, I think you could at least have him face 1 batter if you really wanted him to. But I don't know. I think those guys, Herndon and Bohr, are going to be ready to go. And, you know, you can let it be a clean slate for Buber's 6 shutout innings.
Yeah.
You don't have to risk.
Yeah.
You know, you saw him kind of, like we said, running out of gas a little bit there at the end. So go to somebody fresh. It's only 1 inning of work that, you know, probably 2 guys need to do for Herndon and Bohr to save you.
If you get to that point, like if you give up base runners, you're going to put in the other one.
Right.
But we've got a new pitcher for post 2, be Thomas, as Grabo's net is done after 1 inning, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts, 23 pitches. Facing 5 batters, it's now Thomas.
Yep, it's been a switch of the shortstop and pitcher.
Baden Hartman at the plate. First pitch in is low for ball 1, so Thomas starting out like Grabo with the ball. That one in there for called strike 1 at about belt high. The 1-1 delivery to Hartman. That one slugged into center field for a leadoff single for Baden Hartman. Hartman now 3 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs. Or excuse me, with no RBIs. I was wrong there. I was reading the wrong one. It's 11-18 here. My eyes caught down to Cam Moore, who's got the 2 RBIs, but Hartman is 3 for 4 with a run scored. So leadoff single for Hartman as they look to add more runs here. Cam Moore, first pitch to him is a ball 1-0.
It's a chance to do even more damage. It kind of at this point just kind of give you momentum going into tomorrow when it comes to your offense at least, because you're comfortable having a 5-run lead going into the bottom of the 7th for your pitching. But it always helps to, have a guy get hot, take it into tomorrow, have him feel good about itself.
Yeah, it's now a 1-1 count after a strike on Moore. Called strike 2 makes it 1-2.
Of course, you might be comfortable with a 5-run lead, but what's better than a 5-run lead? A 6-run lead, or a 7, or an 8, whatever you can get. So you never stop trying to score runs.
That one hit into center field, coming in on it as Wanger. He makes the catch for out number 1 on the F8. So Cam Moore, a 2 for 4 night with 2 RBIs.
Number 11, Riley Bubb.
First pitch in there, called strike 1 on Riley Bubb. Riley Bubb looking for his first hit of the night, has a walk, but is 0 for 2. As the runner in Hartman went, but Bubb fouls that one off.
Little hit and run attempt.
Cody Thomas pitching tonight, or in this 7th inning.
Haven't seen too many hit and runs on anything other than full count, 2 out from either side. Really,
Cody Thomas faked the throw there as he stepped off the mound. That one grounded down the third baseline and foul. Continues to be 0-2. So we're now officially 2 hours into this ball game that finally got started right about 9:20. As we are down in the clubhouse locker rooms down there on the right field line, and Legion contingent here got together, asked both starting pitchers how long they needed, and it was about 15-20 minutes. The 0-2 delivery low for ball 1. The game originally slated for 7 p.m. with the game before this set for 4 p.m., but storms rolled in, I'd say probably right around 3:20 to 3:30, delaying the game until about 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock was the start for the first game, pushed the next game back, and then storms rolled in here after the then start time pushed back to 8:15. Storms rolled in here probably around 8:10 as they were getting 8:12 as they were getting ready to go and push the
honestly,
delay.
Honestly, it might have been 8:14 if the first pitch was to come at 8:15.
There you go. Now a 3-2 count as Bubb works back after going down 0-2 as he sees 3 straight balls. With a runner on first and Hartman. And 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. Already a 5-0 lead for post 14. Payoff pitch. Bubb swings and misses for a strikeout. Goes down swinging. Believe just the first? Is this the first? Yeah, the first strikeout of the night for post 14 is.
They've seen the
cutting
ball
down
really
on
well.
the strikeouts.
5 runs isn't, this blow-away game like, the 10 they had yesterday, but they've seen the ball really well.
Chase Herndon due up. We'll see if he's the guy that goes in and pitches. Not sure if he's technically the DH now or they banged the DH and he's the pitcher DH. The 1-0 count fouls that one off. So it's now 1-1 here with 2 outs. By the time this game ends, about 12 and a half hours away from the next game that starts. So it'll be a late night, early morning for probably post 14 if they hold on to win. That one hit into right field, going back on his Durkins. He makes the catch and retires the side. Led to the bottom of the 7th inning as post 14 tries to wrap this one up. You're tuned into American Legion baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back to the capital city here for the American Legion West Virginia State Tournament. Carson Buber returns to the mound officially at 99 pitches. Post 14's game changer, though, has him at 102, but the 105 pitch count limit, he's going to go the distance. He's given up just 3 hits so far tonight in 6 strong innings, 6 walks to 6 strikeouts, facing 26 batters, and this is trying to, already knowing that Buber can't pitch tomorrow. You might as well pitch. If he feels okay enough to go back out there, might as well pitch into that limit. So you have as much work in the bullpen, as many pitches. You can cut down the pitches tonight for the bullpen, if they even need to. He's got 6 pitches to get 3 outs, but doesn't have to get all 3 with 6 pitches. First pitch in there, called strike 1 for pitch number 100 for Carson Buber.
And he's been great. Like, the only reason he's not going to be able to go through this whole 7th, most likely, is some walks. But
swung on and missed. That goes to the backstop, but now it's an 0-2 count at pitch 101.
But any of those runners he's been able to get on base, he's been able to leave. Only one guy's gotten the third.
The 0-2 delivery for Buber. Stifford can't get it called a strike, so it's now 1-2. That one just below the knees. Stifford tried to frame it. The 1-2 delivery for Buber, low for ball 2. Makes that pitch 103, 104 upcoming.
So if he gets the out on this pitch, he gets one more batter.
The 2-2 from Buber. Called strike 3 for Carson Buber. 7th strikeout of the night on Dorkins.
Well, they pretty much couldn't have asked for any better from a performance from him. Everything they asked for and more. You were hoping you got 6 out of him. Now you've gotten 6 and a third shutout.
First pitch into the leadoff man, Cody Thomas.
Brushed him off a little bit with that one. Came close.
Now a 1-0 count. That's pitch number 105. That one grounded but foul, makes it 1-1.
And for Morgantown, it's just, you got to just take it one batter at a time. 5 runs feels like a lot, but just go, whoever's up there at the plate, get on, get over. Just get yourself a hit and see what you can do. But Buber's been dealing all night.
The 1-1 from Buber. That one to the backstop. That one just got away from him.
Yeah, a couple pitches here, and this at-bat that makes you, I'm sure he might be glad at this point that this will be his last batter.
He's given it all tonight. 6 1/3 scoreless innings. The 2-1 from Buber. Shakes him off again. 3-1 now. You never want to walk your last batter.
No, you don't want to make, one of these guys come on and have to inherit a runner, but
3-1 pitch from Buber. That one popped up. I think it's going to stay in the ballpark. and making the out, I believe, was Riley Bubb.
Yeah, I think he even had a kind of bobbled it just a little bit.
Hard to tell from our location, but that is it as Carson Buber hits the pitch count limit. So he's got to come out of the game 6 2/3 scoreless of 3-hit baseball. Carson Buber's night is done. We'll step aside for a 60-second break when we come back. We'll have the pitching change. You're tuned in to Legion Baseball here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome back here to the Welch Athletic Complex on the banks of the Canal River as Carson Buber's night is done due to the pitch count, 6 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, 6 walks to 7 strikeouts, reaches the pitch count limit, 58 pitches, 4 strikes, 28 batters faced. And it's not Trevor Shut-the-Door Bohr, it's not Chase Herndon that comes in, it's Baden Hartman coming in from his second base position, and you just ultimately switch them. So you've banged the DH. I believe Herndon's night is done. Don't know if he can come in to pitch. I'm not sure how that works in the state tournament. But kind of shocking to see Hartman come on and not one of the guys you saw warming up in the bullpen. But Hartman's done this before. As Musselman during the year, you don't necessarily, if he comes on to relieve, they don't necessarily warm up their guys. They just have thrown. First pitch, just trying to get one out here. First pitch to Forbes is low and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a situation where you want to put him in a lower pressured situation with a 5-run lead, only needing 1 out to get some experience in before he might pitch tomorrow because 2 games, and Baden hasn't really pitched all summer.
Yeah, I mean that could be it. And Bohr's been warm all week, multiple times. Herndon has pitched in 1 game, but gotten warm a few times as well, so it might be that. But the 2-0 delivery, low and outside for ball 3 is Hartman's got to come back here, or at least induce a flyer ground out here to end the game. The 3-0 walks him on 4 pitches.
And I think that's sort of the rust there that we're seeing. Again, he pitched a lot during Musselman's season. He threw was it a no-hitter or was it a perfect game?
I think
Spencer?
it was. I can't remember if it was a no-no or a perfect. That was so long ago. It was either one of those. I know it was one of those.
Yeah, he did that, and obviously he can have some success.
That one over to Buber at second. They're going to throw over to Ruest at first, and that'll do it. Post 14 gets the win 5-0, and they're on to championship Saturday as they move on out of the losers bracket. A great outing by Carson Buber tonight. We'll step aside for a 62-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 2 minutes.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Back here to the Welch Athletic Complex. A 5-0 shutout victory for Post 14 over Morgantown Post 2. We're joined by manager Trip Tobin to start out the post-game show. All the faith in the world in Carson Buber.
All the faith in the world in Carson Buber. We always have all the faith in the world in Carson Buber. He threw his guts out. I mean, can you ask for anything else? Almost a complete game, and then able to get Hartman to come in, get that last out, so we can save Herndon and Bohr because they both can make dual appearances tomorrow. If any of those guys would have come in, you know, they wouldn't be able to throw in both games, but they're both closers and long relievers. So he just came in and just blew the ball by some guys and controlled the game, and then Hartman got us that out. And expect Hartman and Myers to get some starts tomorrow, and expect Bohr and Herndon to come in and close this thing out for us.
And you know, it was a weird. Today's been kind of weird. You came into today knowing you're going to play at 7 o'clock. Then around 3:30, storms hit. Game didn't start till 5. It was going to be 8:15. And then storms come in right before first pitch. You have to go down into the locker room for University of Charleston, and it's just a crazy day. And Carson Buber, ready for the start, he comes back and he throws into the 7th inning and just completely dominates. But your offense tonight, too, you're able to put up 5 runs and shutout because of not only the pitching, but the fielding tonight was great as well.
Oh, the pitching was phenomenal. The hitting was on timely, and you know, we missed a bunch there. Other than that, we played a near perfect game, double plays. The defense was on point. I mean, those guys just played their guts out, and they're just not ready to go home. And it's just unbelievable you know what can happen when you limit the free bases and you cut the errors out. Just how dominant this team can be at times. But we got our work cut out for us tomorrow, and we're going to get after it with. Like I say, with the Myers and Herndon and Hartman and Bohr, and we're going to see what we can do here and try to shock the world here, come out of the losers bracket and match what the juniors did.
Yeah, it is a rematch tomorrow against Post 94 South Charleston. It was a 2-1 loss for you. Braden Stoudemire pitched a great game. Just the offense couldn't come alive in that ball game.
No, their pitcher, you know, we came in, we've been flat for 2 games, but I think tonight, you know, lit a fire under us. And I think they see some light at the end of the tunnel and the opportunity to really to do something and extend this season. You know, if they win tomorrow, first game, they're going to the regionals regardless of the outcome of the state championship game. But you know, they're not looking past South Charleston by any means, but they certainly have their sights set on winning 2 games tomorrow.
All right, Trip. Time to get some rest here.
Yes,
12 hours from now you'll be taking the field for warm-ups. Maybe Carson Buber comes over here. I talked to Ethan, see if he can get him over here. But
yeah,
thanks for the time, Trip. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Carson.
All right, here we'll get into some stats while Carson Buber comes over. Dylan, if you want to do either of those headsets, I don't know. I got to turn one of them on here. You got it?
Think so, yeah.
All right, well, when Carson comes over, hand this to him. But we'll get some stats here, offensive stats for Post 14. As for line score 5-7-0 for Post 14, Morgantown 0-3-0. It was a 3-for-4 night for Hartman, a 2-for-4 night, 2 RBIs for Cam Moore, a 1 walk, 0-for-3 night for Riley Bubb. Herndon scores a run scored from Bailey Hartman, 2 from Sifford on his 1-for-2 night, and then a 1-for-3 night for Camby, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 walk for Stoudemire, Ruest, and can be. And we're joined now by our player of the game, Carson Buber. Gave it his all tonight. Coming out there, we were kind of thinking, was Tripp going to throw you back out in the 7th inning? And you came out there and you gave it your all.
Yeah. He told me that I was going to max out tonight if I had to, if I was throwing well. I think I pitched to contact, and I think my defense did a really great job.
And we were talking
double plays and stuff like that. So
we were talking on our show today. It would be hard for you all to win the state championship just coming out of the losers bracket. You know, with the pitchers and kind of yesterday having to use all those pitchers, and then Jackson not being available tonight, but going to be available tomorrow. You come out and you get into some trouble, but you get out of the trouble each time. And you only give up 3 hits tonight, and you shut out Morgantown, who comes in, and you're probably going to have to see tomorrow if you can get past South Charleston in a revenge game. How big was it for you tonight, especially with this weird delay? I mean, you originally were supposed to play at 7, then the storm comes, then the first game gets delayed. You're coming out at 8:15. You're literally throwing you're getting ready, you're in the bullpen, and then they call the game for the Lightning, and then you tell them you just need 15 minutes, so you come out here, give it your all tonight. What does it say about your defense behind you to not give up have no mistakes on the base pass?
For sure. My defense did really well tonight. Without those 2 double plays, I think it would have been a different story. I don't think it would have been an 0 for night for Morgantown. I think Stottlemyre, I think Baden will always make the plays behind me. I'm really confident in that when I throw the pitches. But yeah, coming into it, my arm was feeling really good. I was hot, and we had to wait in there for like 20, 30 minutes, and we had a good time in there. And then I had to get back out here and warm up. And I think the energy was really good tonight. And without my team hitting and getting those runs in, I don't think I could have done it. But
do you think that changed your routine at all? The delay and going into things, that sort of. Obviously, things went well for you up on the mound tonight, but that sort of having to get that sort of extra warm-up session in, did I think it helped you out or anything?
It's definitely like you have to motivate yourself. Once you go sit back down after you've like warmed up and gone through the whole process, you have to sit back down and really lock in, because these guys are a good hitting team, and I know I had to pitch to contact a lot of the time and hit my corners, but yeah.
And did you feel any sort of added weight on your shoulder with how the pitching has gone, who was available today to sort of make sure that you could go that, at least 6 innings like you wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, Tripp talked to me beforehand, before the game. It was basically like, we have so many guys left, and it'd be nice if you went this whole game, save pitching for us to, get a chance to go to the state or win the state title, or just even go runner-up in regionals. But yeah, I mean, I did what I had to do. I think my defense did a really good job tonight, getting me out of those situations. But yeah.
Carson Buber, our player of the game tonight. Thanks for the time, and rest up, because I would imagine you might be playing second base tomorrow here in about 12 hours.
Yep, right around the corner.
All right, thanks for the time.
All right,
Congrats
thank
on the
you
win
so
tonight.
much. Thank you.
And we'll begin to wrap things up here. We'll get Dylan's final thoughts, because I know it was a long night. So now you're back, but a long night for you, or for all of us, obviously. But your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, you have all the faith in the world in Carson Buber. I think that, this was just a fantastic performance from him. I mean, like we said, a couple walks here and there. The kind of got his pitch count up to a point where we thought maybe he wouldn't be able to get the entire way. And obviously, Baden Hartman had to come in for 1 out there at the end. But he got just enough offense to really feel comfortable. They got another 2 RBI single from Cam Moore for the 2nd day in a row, and a couple sacrifice flies at the beginning of the game to give them a 2-run cushion for Carson there towards the beginning. It was just, once you get those guys on base like Connor Bailey drawing walks, and you get them over to third base, there's a lot of speed on this team. A deep fly ball gets you some runs in, and it was all they would have needed was 1 tonight. They got the insurance, but it was overall, it was a really good game, and a lot to build on for tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot to build on for tomorrow. In about 12 hours and 2 minutes, we'll be back on the air. I believe, let me double-check the game time so I'm not wrong for tomorrow's game. I do believe the first game is set for noon, and that it is. So we'll be back on the air in 12 hours and 2 minutes for our crew tonight. Nick Verzolini keeping it locked down back in the studio. Colin McLaughlin up there running camera. You'll hear from him tomorrow on play-by-play for Game 1. For Dylan Bishop, I'm Spencer Police saying so long. Good night, everyone. We'll talk to you here in 12 hours.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.